My name's Stephen USSR Robinson, and thank you for watching Sporting Icons.
So is anybody going to tell me that you did not enjoy Hughie Fury versus Mariusz Wach? And I did say, didn't I, was it yesterday or the day before, when I was reviewing this fight, that you're going to see something very, very different from Hughie. You're going to see a very aggressive Hughie. And I know that because my very close friend in Stephen Robinson has been spending time in camp with Hughie, of course, sparring him. Now, I did talk about the indomitable maneuver, which of course I coined myself. I have no idea what Peter and Hughie call it, but that move didn't happen. He didn't throw that punch, and I think some of that is down to what happened in round number 4 when a clash of heads. Hughie took a nasty, nasty cut. It looked horrible, and had the referee or the doctors and that called the fight off at that point, I wouldn't have all been surprised. And it was bleeding pretty bad in round number 4 and continued in round number 5. But for round number 6, it seemed to ease itself up. The cornerman did a fantastic job on Hughie's cut, by the way. But this was a very, very dominant performance from Hughie. Very, very aggressive. And I think the cut had to make him revert back to the boxer. But he was still being aggressive at times. Was he not? His man strength seems to be there. And I saw Mariusz Wach wobble twice in this fight. Mariusz Wach, he's never ever been on the deck. Okay, he's never been knocked out cold or anything like that. So for Hughie to do that, it was a huge order, that's for sure. But I felt that had Hughie have thrown this particular punch and it landed, there's a very good chance that Mariusz Wach was going to go to sleep. But of course, with the way the fight was going on. But there again, I mean, going by what the move is, Mariusz Wach wasn't really there really for that particular move because he was just there head on with like gloves up and that. But anyway, it was a very good fight. I enjoyed the fight. It's a 10-rounder. I thought Hughie won every single round. I mean, Mariusz Wach, he had some moments in this fight, and Hughie had to show that, you know what, he does have a very, very good chin, that's for sure. And his heart was questioned as well, Hughie, because of that cut. We know that when he fought Kubrat Pulev and the cut went, he kind of threw the game plan out the window and just threw caution to the wind. In this one, he stayed poised. He stayed composed. Kept switching from orthodox to southpaw. Doing that a fair bit, which really confused Mariusz Wach at times, which did surprise me because I thought Mariusz Wach, he should know that's what it is that Hughie would do from time to time. He's very effective from orthodox and southpaw, but I thought Hughie did an excellent display, and I did hear Peter at the end of round number 7, I think it was, right, Mariusz Wach, he ain't going to go nowhere, just box your way to victory now, okay, just do what you do now, get the victory, rather than just go for the knockout. But as I said, nobody's ever knocked out Mariusz Wach before. So anyway, excellent fight, excellent performance. I thought Hughie did very, very well in this fight. He showed a lot of people that, because I know that when this fight was announced, of course, I broke this news before it was officially announced because I said Stephen was going down to spar Hughie for a couple of weeks, or 3 weeks actually. So I was excited for this fight, and I know a lot of people going, oh man, it's going to be a boring fight. It was actually a very good fight, wasn't it? Very, very good fight. Very aggressive Hughie Fury. And I know people may point toward the fact that Mariusz Wach, oh, well, he's 40 years old and yada. No, it's got nothing to do with that. It really hasn't. Hughie is just that way now. He's a heavy-handed fighter now. He's an aggressive fighter. That's what he is. But he can always resort back to his boxing ability, which is what is bread and butter for him, isn't it? Hit and not be hit. And at times Hughie was just doing exactly that to, I don't know whether it was just to make sure the cut doesn't open up even more, or maybe it was just to guide his way through victory, or maybe he was taking a little bit of a breather because he was throwing a lot of bombs for like the first 4 or 5 rounds, was he not? But even in round number 10, the final round, Hughie was still throwing big shots. Mariusz Wach is game as he's always been. Mariusz Wach is taking some of the biggest punches in the world and it doesn't seem to go down. But Hughie did buzz him on 2 occasions, that's for sure. In round number 2, he definitely buzzed him, and I saw Mariusz Wach wobble, but Hughie didn't jump on him. I think maybe it's because it was early on in the fight. Had it happened a bit later on, there's a very good chance that, you know what, he would have done it. But, I mean, he even hurt him in round number 12, right before the final bell. So, anyway, congratulations to Hughie Fury. For me, I had Hughie Fury winning every single round. I know there was maybe a round or 2 that may be a little bit contentious, but for me, you're not going to win that argument with me. I had Hughie Fury winning every single round of the 10. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.